But we are working on getting Prinny out here. But this will be answered properly in the UK. In the UK, I was about to say, in the Q&A.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is a bit of an impromptu video because I hadn't planned on doing a video today, but I thought, why the hell not? I'm actually putting together a very in-depth guide on moving to Dubai, specifically for the Inghams, so that they can learn a little bit about what they need to do in order to survive over in Dubai. But for now, yesterday, Sarah went on to Instagram Live, and it was a bit of a shock to the system for her. She's not been live, God bless her little soul, for quite a number of years, and she decided to have a chat with her little iFamerinos, who are few and far between these days. Now, I have to say, before I get into this, that yes, I had difficulty getting a hold of this copy here because nobody sent it to me, because people forget that I exist these days. Sorry, that's my own doing, but you know, I'm still moderately interested, you know, because this is the Inghams. This is Sarah. She is she has some fascinating things to say, in actual fact, on this live. So we're going to go through it now, if you haven't seen it already, because you might have missed it as well, obviously. And let's go and have a look, see what she had to say, which was so fascinating to the world.
I quickly do a live whilst I'm heading out to pick Esme up from the pool, because I've not done a live in, I actually think it might be years. Excuse me if I look really sweaty. Hello everyone. I apologise if the signal goes bad.
I remember when she used to go live, well, they used to go live themselves, both of them, quite frequently actually on Instagram back in the day, back when they used to have an actual Instagram account for their family before they had to shut it down due to Chris's weird fetishes. Anyway, yeah, they used to go live. They used to talk to people like iFam kids, you know, without their parents' permission. Obviously, they didn't get the iFam kids' parents' permission to speak to them online. You know, why would you? Why would you? You don't need to, because you are the Ingham family. You're famous and trusted wherever you go. Yeah, but this is much different these days to how it used to be.
But yeah, I just thought I'd just come on and do a live. There's a few things that keep getting said in the comments that Chris keeps telling me I need to explain. I thought now would be a good time to do it. I'm just heading down to the pool to pick up Esme, because we've not had a very well household over the last 48 hours. Yeah, we've not had a very well household.
Do you really need to pick her up though? I mean, she's not make her own mind, you. And maybe I'm being a bit harsh there. It's only a couple of days that they've been there for, so maybe, yeah. But she will have to learn to. Why is she out at that time? It looks pitch black. I'm not gonna lie, it does look dark. So why is she out swimming at this? Oh, I don't fucking know. Maybe that's what they do in Dubai. Maybe they go swimming at night. I don't know. Never lived there. Apparently, I'm a jealous hater who would love to live in Dubai. I can assure you that I don't. On that subject, though, people say that yes, I am jealous because I don't have the money and I wish I was living in Dubai, right? Honestly, couldn't be any further from the truth. In fact, I myself have lived overseas. It was a brilliant experience. I did it long before the Inghams did. I didn't need to pimp out my kids for doing so. So who's the jealous haters now? Is it maybe Chris and Sarah following in my footsteps? I think so.
Everyone's been sick, so we can't get Esme in the house. As you guys know, she's got a terrible phobia. How hot is it there? It's happening. It's our holiday home. We're keeping our house in the UK. Lots of you guys asked if we're Airbnb-ing it. We're not doing that just because it's just not worth it for us. Hello, Spider.
And for all you jealous haters out there who seem to think that it's not worth keeping the house, right, whilst they're out in Dubai, don't fear, have no fear. They do not have to pay their mortgage whilst they're out. Whilst they're not living there, it doesn't exist. They don't have to pay the mortgage, according to Sarah's incredible brain cells. Yeah, so it's going to be a bargain. It's going to be cheap, you know. You don't have to pay for anything.
Wait, goodbye, Spider. it's not worth it for us. We could never trust who was renting out the house. It would be ideal because nobody moves over here and keeps the house in England. Everybody that we've spoke to just keeps saying, just get rid of it. There's no way you're going to want to keep it. You're never going to want to come back to the UK. It's amazing out here.
All the people you spoke to, which people have you spoke to exactly, Sarah? How many people do you actually know that have gone to live in Dubai? Right? I know lots of influencers do, lots of YouTubers, etc. They do it, but you don't know these people. You've never spoken to another. People don't tend to gravitate towards you these days. I'm sorry, it's true. You think of yourself as this super famous YouTube family vlogger type thing, but you're not. You're just nothing but an absolute moron who decided to move her entire family to Dubai and is going to live to regret it. I promise you.
But there's just, I've just said before in a group that I'm on, I can't. That house is more than a house to me. It's like my biggest achievement, other than obviously my children.
Is it really? Oh my. Because from the casual observer, i.e. myself and many others, it will almost seem as if you dislike living in that house because you're never there. That aside, even if it was true that it was your forever home or your best achievement or whatever it is that you think, that house is shit. Right, it is shit. I'm sorry. I know some people will be like, "Oh my god, you just hating for the sake of hating." It's just, if it wasn't the Inghams living there, you'd think it's a lovely house. No, I wouldn't, because it looks like a shopping centre. It does. It looks like a shopping centre. It looks like John Lewis, right, with that stupid staircase going up to the second floor men's and women's aisles, right? That's what it looks like to me. And then at Christmas time, they have all the lights and the fairy lights going all around the place. It looks like John Lewis is lit up for Christmas. That is what it is. I'm sorry, it's not a house, it's not a home, and yeah.
It's my absolute biggest achievement, and I just can never envision myself wanting to sell it. So for now, we're keeping that house for at least another couple of years, but probably longer. I don't think I'll ever want to sell it, to be honest. Yes, thank you. Everyone's feeling much better now. Yes, Q&A. I'm not purposely avoiding this question. Obviously, she's with the granny and grandpa right now, but we are working on getting Prinny out here. But this will be answered properly in the UK. In the UK, I was about to say, in the Q&A.
Are you really? I have questions. I do. I have so many questions about this, right? Because I know you think you're clearing up the rumours. I know you think that you're putting people off, continually asking, where's Prinny? Where's Prinny? Where's Prinny? What's Prinny doing? Are you giving Prinny away? What is happening with Prinny? So according to you, you are working on getting Prinny over there with you. I thought they couldn't be any more moronic, but anyway, right, so a few years ago, I was looking into possibly moving overseas myself with my own dog, right? So I was doing a bit of research into what it's like, what you need to do, what it's like for the actual dog, because that's the important part, irrespective of what you want to do with your dog, right? Whether you want your dog, you don't want your dog, what matters is what the dog will feel, right? How the dog will adapt, how they will cope, right? So there's obviously the period of quarantine once they arrive in the country and things like that. That's not pleasant for any dog to have to go through. But apart from that, the flying part, right, is it can be quite dangerous and quite traumatic for a dog if they can't survive the trauma of flying in that confined space. You know, there's a lot that could go wrong. There really is a lot that could go wrong. And personally speaking, I would never risk it, because at the end of the day, the dog's needs are far outweigh mine, right? So I wouldn't put the dog through that. I would just give her away. Not just give her away, you know, it would be more of a, a harder decision than that, obviously. But it would be fairer to the dog, Prinny, in this instance, if you just left her at Jane and Steve's permanently, right? Permanently. But there's another question that would arise, because I think you're forgetting something, aren't you? Right. according to you, Sarah, you're going to split your time in Dubai and the UK, right? So you're going to be coming back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What happens to Prinny if she's over there in Dubai with you and you want to go home for Christmas, as you said, right? You want to go home for Christmas. What are you going to do? You can just take her back with you. You can't do that. So there isn't a Jane and Steve over there in Dubai with you. So what are you going to do with her then? I really don't think you're thinking these things through at all.
Prinny is with Jane and Steve, yes. Oh my god, every single comment's Prinny, Prinny, Prinny. Prinny is with Jane and Steve. I know there's always controversy about the fact that Prinny goes to Jane and Steve's when we travel.
She loves it there though.
Yeah, she's like, it's not like Prinny's just going somewhere that she like doesn't know. It's like a second home. Like she's as comfortable there as she is at home. And she's got Coco there. You know when Prinny's uncomfortable with something, like any dog, you know about it. Like when we say, come on Prinny, we're going to the groomers, she's reluctant to get in the car. Like she doesn't want to go. She knows where we're going.
So excited though.
But when we say, come on, we're going to Coco's, come on, she runs out, she jumps in the car. If Jane and Steve have come to our house, she runs to their car and jumps straight in.
I think that says more about you than it does the dog, to be honest with you. Two things you've mentioned there is when you said that you told Prinny that she's off to Coco's, she runs, she gets excited, she's going, right? When Jane and Steve come and pick her up, she runs to their car to get out, right? But what you're not telling us is what she's like when you go to pick her up. Is she the same? Because I would wager that probably not. I would say probably that Prinny treats Jane and Steve's as her actual home and you as the visitors, right? That's how I imagine it is. Going back though to how the dog actually feels being thrust from one end of the, from one side to the other constantly, it's not good for a dog. Dogs are built on routine. They have their routine, and if you change that routine, they don't like it. It's stressful for a dog. Even if they don't outwardly show it, it's still stressful for a dog. You need to keep them in one place. You need to give them away, right? At the end of the day, this Dubai move is probably for the best for Prinny, because you will have to give her to Jane and Steve on a permanent basis. Why don't you just give the dog to Jane and you go and visit Prinny when you want to, right? Which I reckon will be hardly ever. If you had the choice to visit Prinny or visit some of the like swimming pool in the country, you would go swimming every single time.
And it's the same when we come back home. She doesn't like hesitate and like get nervous or anything. She jumps straight back in our car. She's all happy and excited. I know there's so much like controversy about the fact that Prinny goes there while we travel, but I don't understand why, to be honest. There's so many pets and dogs that are literally left in their house 8 hours a day while their owners go to work. Prinny's such a well looked after, happy dog.
It's so fun to come down here on a night and just swim on my own.
It's nice, isn't it? It's
Yes, so she doesn't get it. The problem is, that is the problem. She doesn't get it. She will never get it. Yes, these are self-proclaimed trailblazers in terms of trying to explore the unknown of the world and be different to everybody else, right? They want to be different to everyone else. They don't want to be what is perceived as normal, but they don't get why animals should be looked after properly. They don't get why animals should be treated well. They think that they're treating the dog well because she can go to Coco's on holiday. That's not a thing. I'm sorry. Anyway, there was something else that cropped up as well, which I wanted to address. I know a lot of you probably have already seen this and have opinions on it, but oh my god, it infuriated me, and it's probably one of the worst things I think they've said ever. So I do want to address it and give my opinion on it. So the original point was about Nana Jean, right? I don't have the actual question here, sorry, but Cassie weighed in and said, I live 147 miles away from my Nana. Do you feel sorry for her too? I certainly do, Cassie. I do. Having you as a granddaughter would piss the hell out of me. Piss the hell out of me. Piss me off. What the fuck? Seriously. It would piss me off having a granddaughter like you. I'm sorry, but she's probably very, very ashamed of you for supporting a family who exploit their kids. Right? I'm guessing that is probably true. You know, if she is as amazing as you're trying to make out, that she's a lovely woman and she is probably ashamed of you. Sorry. Truth hurts, but there you go. Anyway, Chris and Sarah or Chris or both replied thusly. Sorry, but I don't agree with this kind of thinking. None of us are responsible for Nana's happiness or well-being. She is very capable. She is a very capable woman who continually tells us all of us to get out of the UK and live our lives. I'm sure she is a very lovely lady, right? Who wants the best for you. That's what she does, right? That's what grandparents do in general, right? So that is very lovely. Doesn't mean to say that you have to desert her just because she says you should do it, you know. Anyway, she has other family members that check on her. Well, I've got to say this. I've heard in the past that Sarah has specifically said that she is the one that's responsible for Nana, and she is the one that does everything for Nana, and none of her other family members do anything for her. So I'm not quite sure what to believe anymore. I don't think anyone should limit their opportunity in life over a sense of duty to an elder family member. Oh my good God. I really, really hope this comes back to bite you, Chris. When you're lying there on your deathbed and your kid's like, yeah, well, Dad, I've got this opportunity, right? This opportunity to go to Dubai. They're paying me a bit of money for it. I can't turn it down. You taught me this in my early years, that it's important to follow your dreams and not look after your elderly family members. Isn't that right, Chris? Would you hate it if you missed the chance to say goodbye to your family, you know, before you died, and vice versa with them? Would that be a thing? Mind you, didn't Sarah bugger off on holiday like a week or something before her own mother died because, well, why wouldn't she? She's Sarah Ingham. That's what she does. So it says a duty to an elder family member, parent, grandmother, or otherwise. You may only get opportunity once. Life's too short. Everyone individual is here to live and experience everything they can in their own lives on their own journey. No one should limit their own experiences here over a sense of responsibility for another person that was never theirs in the first place. Oh, that... I'm so sorry. Where to start? I think this is Chris writing this. Judging by his lack of grammar and spelling and just overall sense of uncaring nature. Not that Sarah cares, but I don't think that Sarah would write this about her own Nana. I don't. Because her Nana brought her up. Let her live at her house because she had nobody else. Sarah needed somebody. Nana was there for her when she was young, right? Nana was the one that helped her. She owes a hell of a lot to her Nana. A hell of a lot. And a lot more than a few words which said, we do not have any responsibility over Nana because, you know, we've got to live our own lives and stuff everybody else. That is the most selfish thing I think I've ever read in my entire existence here on YouTube. Congratulations, Chris. You have won again and again and again and again. That is just awful, right? I agree that, you know, you should live your own life and not limit yourself because other people, but at the same time you have to have, like, you need to be respectful of other people and you need to think about them, right? For example, Nana, she's not getting any younger, right? She might be of ill health. I don't know if she is or not, but she could be. And you wouldn't want to lose that time that you have left with the one remaining grandparent that you have left, just because you wanted to go and spend a couple of years in Dubai on holiday. Yeah, it's not living, it's a holiday. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, that's what Chris and Sarah are all about. That pretty much sums them up, I think, actually, doesn't it? Uncaring, selfish, in it for themselves. It's just unbelievable. They are not responsible for another person's health and well-being. And oh my god. And just one more thing that makes me believe that this is Chris, and it makes him a horrible, horrible, horrible human being, irrespective of what else, anything else that has actually happened in his life. It actually makes him a horrible human being. It says no one should limit their own experiences over a sense of responsibility for another person that was never theirs in the first place. So that he's talking about Nana. Nana is not his family, basically. That's what he's saying there. Nana is not his family, so he should not have to limit his life opportunities because Nana, who is not his Nana, is yeah. And that's selfish beyond belief, because you've got Sarah here who, by all accounts, loves her Nana, appreciates her, and was brought up by her, right? And then you've got Sarah's husband who's saying, yeah, but I want to go to Dubai and Nana's not mine, it's not my responsibility, so either you come to Dubai with me or you stick with Nana. That sort of thing. It is unbelievably selfish, and I did not think Chris could get any worse, right? He's getting worse every single day. Unbelievable. I'm sorry, Chris. Every time I try to take myself away from the situation, away from your crap, you draw me back in with something else, which I personally cannot believe you would actually say in public. I don't believe you would say that. I can't believe you would say that in ordinary circumstances. Privately, it would be bad enough, but publicly, oh my god, that is awful, terrible. And you're a human. You're a human. You're a terrible human being. Unbelievable. Until next time, guys, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until next time, have a lovely day, lovely weekend. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Thank you. That was awful. Fuck, you know. What an idiot.